I'm Justin with AmericanMuscle.com, and in this episode of Hot Lap, we're bolting up our power adder for stage 3 and coming back to Maple Grove. I'm gonna need this. Hey guys, as you can see, the 2019 is back in the shop finally, right? It's been a while since we left you at the end of stage 2. Just a quick little refresher. At stage 2, we did our BMR rear suspension goodies. We added the Stainless Works long tube headers, topped it all off with an E85 tune from our friends at Lund Racing, where the car is making some pretty good steam, about 470 wheel horsepower on that E85 tune, which is good enough to propel it to an 1130 at just over 123 miles an hour at our track in Maple Grove. But now it's time to party, right? I'm tired of going slow. I want to go fast. So we're adding a power adder, and a big one at that. Now, before we add our power adder and hit the track later on in the video, we are going to address some weak points in the Coyote engine here. So Joe's getting to work on that now. Once we get a little further into things, we'll break that down. But guys, as always, if you like these kind of build videos, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And of course, give us a thumbs up if you're digging this video. But in the meantime, I'm gonna help Mr. Joe out. Let's go. Well, if you're ever wondering what it would look like if a Snap-on toolbox and a Coyote engine exploded, well, here you go, right, guys? Check this out. Joe's been hard at work on the 19, as you can see, and we've reached a pivotal step, right? We've got the old oil pump gears out. If you guys don't know, these are a notorious weak spot for the Coyote engine, Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, and basically, if that thing breaks, and you're pretty much out of luck, right? You're losing oil pressure, grenading the motor, and it's just never a good situation. Outside of those, we're also adding a forged crank sprocket here as well. Billet oil pump gears, crank sprocket are both from Ford Performance. I do want to point that out. Both obviously are forged and therefore a lot better than the factory counterparts that we are replacing. Because again, if you lose either one of those, the oil pump gears or your crank sprocket, you're basically kaput. So definitely not an easy task to do. In fact, Joe, God bless him, I would not want to tackle this one on my own. So he's neck deep in the engine now, has got everything out, about ready to slap the new gears in. And then once that's done, he can go ahead and button everything back up, and then we can start partying with our power adder. But this is a very important step, guys, if you're planning on making upwards of 600, 700, 800 or above horsepower, because those parts, again, are known to break, and that can just ruin your day. So Joe's gonna get these new gears in the oil pump, get that back in place, button everything up, and then next time I see you guys, we'll be pulling some shiny parts out of a box set I think you're gonna wanna see. All right, guys, moment of truth here. Joe just finished up with his final nut and bolt check. This thing is filled with fluids. You ready to see the new power adder? Check it out, guys. Gen 5 Whipple on this thing. Super pumped. Thank you again to Dustin and everybody at Whipple Superchargers for hooking us up with the Stage 2 kit for this particular build. Guys, the Gen 5 Whipple has just been absolutely crushing it in the Coyote game recently. This thing has gone 7s on Lund Racing's development car, the Black Bean. It's gone countless 10s, 9s, 8s. I mean, it is just such a capable blower, basically for whatever power adder or power level you are looking for. Now, right out of the box, guys, you're looking at the Stage 2 kit that's gonna deliver the 3-liter supercharger. We're looking at the 3.8 pulley, which should put us right around 11 to 12 pounds of boost, depending on our modifications. 132 millimeter billet throttle body, in-tank fuel pump, the Deechworks 400, and basically out of the box, we should be looking high 600s, low 700s with our Lund Racing tune. Now, this is pretty much maxed out for 93 octane pump gas setup. If we wanted to pulley down or make a little bit more power, we'd probably start looking into either race gas or bigger injectors or a return style system and get some E85 in the car. But we wanted to first show you guys what is capable with this system right out of the box, and you know we're gonna do that. But before we get this thing over to the dyno, we have our base or startup tune from the guys at Lund Racing. We're gonna get that loaded in the car now, do our idle logs, our slow revs, send that back. John's gonna send us over a revision, and then we're gonna make a lot of noise over on that dyno and go full send. But again, big shout out to my man Joe over there for turning the wrenches on this thing, knocking out those oil pump gears and crank sprocket, getting the blower in place. I'm really excited, guys. So let's get that tune up loaded and let's get after it. All right, guys, so we just got done priming the engine first. We didn't fire. Just got our base calibration uploaded from Lund Racing. So it's time. Here we go. It's alive. All right, guys, as you can see, we got the car on the dyno here. Now, truth be told, we've already done kind of our boring logs, right? Our idle, our slow sweep. We just did one wide open throttle hit in fourth gear here with our second revision. John likes what he's seeing, John Jr. from Lund Racing, so he sent us a third revision, a little bit more spicy. We got a little bit more timing in there. Also gonna do it in fourth gear before we go ahead and go full send in seventh. Plug your ears, it's gonna be loud. All right, guys, so we just wrapped up the somewhat long process of dialing in our final revision. But before we talk numbers, I do want to give a big shout out to the crew at Lund Racing, John Jr. specifically, for putting up with my endless emails and dumb questions. But ultimately, those guys are the best, and they do a hell of a job. Full disclosure, we did run into a little bit of a lift pump issue. Basically, the fuel pump was a little wonky, so the guys at Lund recommended just throwing a booster pump on the car for added insurance. We added the JMS booster pump, and we're good to go. So let's break down these numbers because they're pretty awesome. When we left you in stage 2 with the E85 and bolt-ons, the car is making 467, 420 at the tires, which is pretty awesome for a naturally aspirated setup. However, now with the Whipple in place, 3.8 pulley, the car is making 724 horsepower and 572 pound-feet of torque at the tires. That's on pump gas, guys. That's very impressive. And you have to keep in mind, with the 3.8 pulley, I mean, this is pretty much as detuned as this setup can get, right? Eventually, if we wanted to go nuts, we could pulley down, add a fuel system, go E85, and easily break 900 to even 1,000 horsepower. But for now, this is a great starting point and really is a true indication of what is possible with that Stage 2 Whipple kit right out of the box and some awesome tuning. So guys, this thing should be a complete monster. I mean, hell, it's making 257 more peak horsepower than we left off in Stage 2, 152 pound-feet of torque peak, and as much as 300 horsepower under the curve. I mean, just bonkers for a bolt-on to add that much power. So guys, one more thing to do. You know what time it is. We had our fun on the dyno. Car's making awesome power. Let's get this beast to the track and hopefully dip into the 10s. All right, guys, we're back here at Maple Grove Raceway for Stage 3, our home track. It feels great to be back, and we're making a little bit more steam under the hood now. If you remember last time we were out here, guys, we went 11.3 at 123 with our Stage 2 modifications, basically naturally aspirated bolt-ons, E85 Lund Racing tune. Now we got that nasty Stage 2 Whipple kit under the hood, making about 725 to the tires. So something tells me we should be having a little bit more fun out here today. Full disclosure, guys, it's a little warm. DA is currently about 18 to 1900 feet. And you know, the car's weighing about 4,100 pounds. We didn't gut this pig at all. She's a little heavy, but honestly, this is a great representation of what you guys might be able to expect with an out-of-the-box Stage 2 kit on your S550 GT and some solid tuning. Guys, nothing really much else to do but get those tires warm and get her to the line. All right, well, I mean, it certainly felt nasty. We'll see how she did. Again, with this weight, about 4,100 pounds, this power level, this DA, I think realistic expectations today, guys, will let's be happy with something in the mid 10-second range, you know? Would I like to be going to 9 today? Sure, but listen, we don't have a return style system in the car. We're running pump gas, so therefore we're limited to the big wagon wheel pulley, the 3.8. So we can't expect to break into the single digits here today with all those factors. But with that being said, it still felt pretty damn awesome. Oh dude, 1020. Holy See, to me, that's a success here today already. That's awesome, dude. Listen, 1021 and 137, that's great. I was gonna be somewhere in the mid-10s as a success. What I said in the car already still stands. This weight, this heat, the big old 3.8 pulley pump gas, that's probably gonna be the best we're gonna do here today, and honestly, nothing to complain about. Well guys, you know, the car just went 137, fastest it's been at least here at Maple Grove, and well, we paid the price. Looks like we lost our front splitter, lower portion of our bumper. I've seen a lot of really fast guys this happen to before, definitely going a lot faster than what I did here today. I know it's kind of a somewhat common problem with these newer Mustangs, but yeah, I guess the splitter, the front end just kind of gave up the ghost, and thought I heard a little noise at the big end, and well, that might be it for us here today. But regardless, super happy with how it went. Well, unfortunately, we're one and done here today at Maple Grove, guys, but don't worry, we're definitely leaving on a high note. The car, again, just went 1021 at 137 with a 1:5:60 foot time. That is way better than I thought we were gonna do here today, to be completely honest, at this weight and power level with a 2000 DA here today. But unfortunately, as you guys saw, the front splitter gave up the ghost. And yeah, we could take off the front bumper, we could take off all the splash shields, but honestly, man, it's getting hotter. I don't think the car is really gonna go that much faster, and I'm really happy to be leaving here with the 1020. So guys, we hope you enjoyed this stage of the build. Again, big thanks to everybody that was involved. BMR for getting this thing to leave real hard. Lund Racing with the proper tuning. And of course, Whipple, the Stage 2 kit, is obviously doing what it's supposed to do, making this thing feel like it was shot out of a damn cannon. So guys, we hope you enjoyed it. As always, thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, you know what to do. And remember, for all things Mustang, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.